Teachings from Master Ching Yen, Tzu Chi Monthly, Issue 705. Good words should be widely shared. A single sentence, if it can transform a person's heart and benefit the world, is worth far more than gold, truly beyond price. Tracing back to its origins, Tzu Chi began with 50 cents. The master hopes that everyone remembers the story and meaning of those 50 cents. At that time, within that space and era, people's lives intertwined, weaving not only personal life stories but also human history. The master said, "I was born in a time of war and lived through years of air raids. Because of the war, life was full of fear, tension, and helplessness. Resources were scarce, sometimes even getting rice to eat was difficult. We had to go to the black market to barter, exchanging rings and necklaces for rice. By comparison, we are truly blessed today. Every day, when we sit down to eat, we should place our palms together and reflect, how much effort has gone into this bowl of rice before me? From plowing the fields, sowing, and transplanting seedlings, it all required great labor from farmers." The master recalled, "Before I left home to become a monastic, I worked alongside the resident monks and nuns of Tzu Chi temple to harvest rice and to eschew chow, kneeling in the paddy fields to pull weeds by hand. I have done it all. With experience comes understanding. After transplanting rice, weeds must be removed. The stalks left from the previous harvest remain hard underwater. Kneeling, crawling, and weeding left my hands and feet cut and bleeding. From this experience, I came to know how hard farmers work. That is why, when we eat, we must not forget where our food comes from." Such reflection naturally gives rise to gratitude. The master then cited the 5 reflections before meals. Reflect on the amount of effort, and consider where it came from. Reflect on one's virtue, whether fully worthy of the offering. Guard the mind from faults, taking greed as the foremost warning. Regard food as medicine, to keep the body from wasting away. Accept this food only to accomplish the way. He taught everyone to appreciate the toil of farmers and workers, to reflect on one's own contribution to society, to be grateful and cherish food and all daily necessities. We must not be greedy or wasteful, but take only what is proper, use things well, care for our health, and do good for the world." The master said, "The Jingxi Dharma lineage, the Tzu Chi school of Buddhism, we are all the first generation. Aside from the Dharma being passed on in the Jingxi abode, Tzu Chi volunteers must also pass it on to the second and third generations, continuing for generations without end, constantly inviting people to walk the Bodhisattva path. Therefore, lay practitioners must also transmit the Dharma. Lay practitioners' wisdom must keep growing, and Dharma must be passed on without interruption. Today, information spreads quickly, and sharing the Dharma is simple. I hope you spend less time on the distracting information of the world, and more time watching the AI TV, receiving positive and wholesome messages. The Humanistic Culture Mission was founded so that everyone may have Dharma to share. If the Dharma is heard and applied, even a single phrase is worth more than gold." Jingxi aphorisms are very brief, yet they have changed countless hearts, saved many families, and have been translated into multiple languages to be spread worldwide, benefiting humanity. Therefore, we must cherish our time, absorb correct teachings, and bring Dharma into the world. We must affirm ourselves, good deeds cannot lack our participation. At the same time, we must value others and be grateful for each other's cooperation in accomplishing good." The master said, "Tzu Chi volunteers come from all walks of life, yet share one common mission. Tzu Chi we take it as our lifelong vow, not for profit, but to give selflessly, with mutual gratitude. Although Taiwan is currently peaceful, the world is not. And if the world is unstable, Taiwan too cannot remain secure. We must be deeply grateful that our society here is harmonious and that people can live in peace. Yet, as the saying goes, store grain on sunny days in preparation for rainy days. We must continue to purify human hearts so that society may remain harmonious and safe. We cannot claim to make the whole world peaceful, but world peace is indeed our aspiration. We must wholeheartedly cherish life. Wars arise because of killing and heavy karma of violence. In this lifetime, we are blessed to be born as humans. But if we exhaust our blessings and only the evil karma of past lives remains, once we lose this human body, we may fall into the 3 lower realms. Thus, we must uphold the 10 good deeds and diligently create blessings, not to enjoy heaven, but to return to the human world as bodhisattvas. The Master said, "With the strength of only a few, it is difficult to broadly purify human hearts." That is why we must constantly inspire and invite more people to walk the bodhisattva path. Since we have the karmic affinity in this lifetime, we must seize it now, gather people together, so that in future lives, when the affinity continues, our call will be answered by many. We should invite people to do good, regardless of wealth or poverty. Even if only a little effort can be made, the collective strength will be great when united. Tzu Chi volunteers encourage the poor to give and help others, and many are glad to respond, creating blessings for the world while also sowing blessings for themselves. For those who are well off, Tzu Chi volunteers guide them to know their blessings, cherish their blessings, and create more blessings, to deeply enter the wisdom of the Buddha, and to go among people to relieve suffering. Closing blessing. Journal from Zhen Shifu, September 25, 2025. May all worlds be at peace. May wisdom and blessings benefit all beings. May obstacles be dissolved. May all find freedom from suffering and return to peace. Reposted by Venerable De Gen. Fundamental Mind Journal from Zhen Shifu. Translated by Ching Hawking. Malaysia.